Evening peeps, so following straight on from the We Are Driven ad. So We Are Driven is covering the Archie's Journey campaign over on Just Giving. You can see on the screen there, justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey. Also on Facebook, the Bradley Lowry Foundation, big part of this as well. Get yourselves over and donate if you can. So We Are Driven, we're just a bunch of sim racers that have got together to try and push any charity, really. Anything you want, you've got it, we'll push it. Why not? We're a platform, we're okay. There might not be many people watching, but it's an extra mouthpiece, isn't it? So big shout out to the new subscribers. Alex Plummer, number 540. I don't know who 541 is, but big shout out to you as well. Thank you very much. So we are live tonight from Autopolis Raceway in Japan for round 7 of P1RCs Trophy Thursday. These little Renaults have been what was I going to say? I've completely lost my train of thought there. They've been it's been a good series. Completely forgot what I was going to say there. Anyway, so round 7, Autopolis, 15 minutes of qualifying, 40-minute race for you lot. Racing super softs or racing softs available. They do only start with half a tank of fuel. Times 7 on tyre wear and times 3 on fuel. 100% power, 100% weight. Does make them a little bit of a handful. So just before we get into scores and the race itself, let me just chuck myself over. I've got new t-shirts coming. New t-shirts coming. Won't be long before they're here, people. And the stickers. Wow, I think you all saw bits and bobs. If you've been paying attention to the Facebook page, you'd have seen 1 or 2 bits and bobs to do with these. Coming soon. Keep your ears peeled and your eyes toasty. Or something. Right, let's get ourselves onto some scores then. So I've stretched this out a little bit because the screenshot I got didn't seem to come out very well. So P1 Don is leading the way after round 6 last week at Nürburgring. He's on 73 points. No idea why Dylan's points are all the way over on the left hand side there on 64 points. Second place. Vizruka's third, he's on 58 points, 56 points for Aldo and P1 Diz, so joint 4th for them. Mental Nev in 6th, he's got 50 points, also 6th with 50 points is Manny Afik. Pilgrim, you're going to have to change your name, Manny, because it's just difficult. Manny Af, I know I call you Manny in the race, but change it, damn it. Pilgrim, he's sitting on 43 points, 35 points for JPH, 31 points for 2 drivers just behind him. We've got Valium and Tatey. Down for the count, Evening Brother, North Irish team Evening as well. We've got P1 Green P, he's got 26 points. Gamer Dad, I've got 25 points, 24 for Champ. Dodgy on 23 points, Raoul on 22 points, Convicts Popeye on 19 points, and Magenta Fez on 12 points. Right, that score's done. Let's get ourselves into this lobby. So you can see we've got the We Are Driven logo all smashed in the corner there. That's going to stay there. foreseeable future, people. So get used to seeing that. It's also on the t-shirts. In fact, let me just look, just oh, you can't see where my mouse is pointing, but that bottom left-hand side of the t-shirt, look, that's where it is as well. Right, back to the race. Who've we got in tonight? Let's have a look. We've got me, we've got Magenta Fez, P1 Pilgrim, we've got Manny, we've got Dizzy, we've got Fizz, we've got Tatey, we've got Valium, Green P, Aldo, Convicts, Stop It, Dodgy, Reg GT, JPH, and Dylan. Have I missed anyone? We've already seen Magenta, Convicts, Aldo, Green P, Tatey, Fizz. One more spot available, one driver not in the lobby yet. Hopefully we get a full one. Qualifying started already then. Let's get ourselves in. So Autopolis can be a little bit of a tricky circuit. It's got some awkward off-camber turns. Let's put the usual nonsense on for you lot. Hairpin, that Fizz Ruckus is coming round, and the other drivers behind are just coming round. Very awkward little turn, that one. Just over the brow of the hill, just as you hit the apex. So only on our laps at the minute. Some good liveries in this one as well. Monster for Tatey, Knockhill for Valium, Artec Alpine for Pilgrim. What are you rocking, JPH? Boyd Transport Racing. Aldo's got a bit of everything on there. You want it advertised, Aldo will do it. Look at that. Whether you can see it or not. Right, let's go for a lap. Turn one, blind, it's into the right. A little bit late into that lap there. A little bit wide as well there for Dylan. Down this second part of the straight then into this 90-degree right-hander. Through the little kinks to the left and down towards this hairpin. Hard on the brakes into this section. Again, these cars not doing too bad on the weight transfer, so should be reasonably stable through there. So through this long sweeping left-hander, just have to ease off the throttle halfway through it and then back on. Just run yourself far too wide if you don't. Through the little kink to the right then, and this is the hairpin I was talking about, with the little brow of the hill that you can see. Ooh, just up and over. Rear-wheel drive GR3s struggle a little bit around there. You've got to be so careful on the throttle. Down the hill then, rolling through here in fourth gear. Again, just got to be so careful not to run it out wide. Trying to keep it in fourth through here. Hugging that curve, just drops it into third to try and drag it in a little bit. So this last little section, you'll see different drivers taking different lines. Nice tight line there for Dylan. Nice wide line there for Aldo in front. Last couple of turns then, and this one as well, off camber, leans outwards on the way through. Final turn across the little curb. Start, finish straight we are again then. And there you go, good lap to go on board with Dylan. He sticks in a 1:48.8, sticks himself on pole position for now. Dizzy's got himself second, 1:49.442. Aldo third. Purple sectors, 1:49.635 for Aldo. Fizz has got himself a 1:49.7. Pilgrim a 1:49.8. Valium, a little bit wide there for Pilgrim. 1:50.0 for Valium. Manny just parking up, 150.3. Tatey's got himself a 156. JPH has got himself a 150.8. Green P a 151.5. Convicts, our American cousin, 152.1. Yeah, Reg GT has got himself a 152.2. Is this the best bonnet in the business? This is the best bonnet in the business. This one. Look at that. Tell your mates. Tell your mom. How about that? Don't show us up now, Reg. Alright, trying to big you up here, look. Inspiration behind my stickers, this is. From the man himself. Got to give him some props. That's enough for you though, Reg. 152.2 for Reggie boy. Dodgy 13th, 154.8. Magenta Fez 205.1 for Magenta. Let's see how she gets on into this awkward hairpin. Very new to sim racing. Bags, evening brother. Oh, a little bit wide through there. Again, tricky turn that one over the brow of the hill. Did well to keep it on track there, Magenta. So Dylan's still holding that top spot. Actually going a bit quicker, 148.366. Half a second quicker than his previous. He's a full second quicker than closest rival Diz. Dizzy has just been in the pits though. Fresh set of tyres on board for him. Super soft, he's rocking. Aldo, look. If you're sponsoring Aldo, it's somewhere on there. Just see my logo and the We Are Driven logo. Maybe if I look closely, is there a P1 or DCC? I can see a couple of DCC logos. Do I see a P1RC logo? Can I? Oh yeah, just behind the rear wheel, the front wheel. It's all right. Thought he'd left that out. Like I say, difficult to see with all that noise on there, isn't it? So halfway into quali, Dylan decides to come in for a set of tyres. I've been put into that wall once or twice in a race. Pit team warming up. Dizzy then, still on his out lap, just coming around these last couple of turns. Kept those tyres in pretty good nick. And now he gets to put them through some pressure. Let's go on board. Let's get internal view, shall we? There we go. Just got to watch Green P. So the blind first turn. Again, just dips away from you when you're coming through there. You'll see one or two drivers running wide. Turn one, lap one, I can pretty much guarantee it. Hard on the brakes then, into this 90-degree right. Through the double left-hander towards the hairpin. Nice and tight through there. He's just burning off some fuel actually, Diz. He's not looking for a fast lap. Not looking for a fast one, this one at all. So Aldo's still third, Fizz Ruckus still fourth, Reg GT has got himself up into fifth, 149.8 for Reg. Pilgrim, 149.8 for Pilgrim, sixth then for him. Still on that lap 2 timer, 150.0 for Valium. Same for Manny, 150.3, lap 2. Oh, Tatey, get yourself back on the black stuff. No, no, Tatey. That's the one. Again, lap 2, 150.6. Does seem to be the case. I think just... I don't know whether it's a game thing or whether it's a tyre wear thing. Who knows? 150.8, lap 2 for JPH. Green P, lap 2, 151.5. Convicts, lap 2, 152.1. Dodgy, it's gone a bit quicker, 154.6, lap 4. Throwing a bloody cat among the pigeons there, Dodge. What are you doing? It's all looking good. Magenta Fez in the pits at the minute. So Dylan's been in for another set of tyres. Still holding that second over Dizzy currently. What's he got? Where's the next time in line? Little way to go. It was a good race last night, wasn't it? So let's just see what Dizzy puts in then. He's looking like he's trying to put a hot one in. A bit of traffic in front of him. Time in line coming up. What's he got? He's a tenth quicker than his fastest, but that's not put him anywhere closer to Dylan, really. Got some work to do then. Ryan McAlpine giving shouts out to Aldo. On board with him now. If you're looking for any kind of particular sticker on his car, don't bother, Ryan, because look, it's full. Oh, been pushed down a couple of spots now, Aldo. Reg GT has gone a bit quick. Where's he gone? Oh, chucked himself in the pits. Oh, you swine, Reg. Doesn't allow me to see his time. Oh, yes it does, because Dylan's... Oh, sorry, apologies. Dylan's on a 148.3. Dizzy's gone quicker as well, so he's done a 148.6. Has he just beaten Reg? I won't know until Reg gets back on circuit now. Fitzruckus then third. I don't like it when drivers do that. Stay on track, drive round for the next pit stop like a real driver would. Swines. Jay Patel, evening brother, how you doing? Pilgrim parked up. So Valium going quicker, 149.8. Lap 6. JPH now going quicker, 150.0. Have you lot been listening to me? Manny as well, look. Listen, you lot. 150.2. Tatey got the memo. Still on lap 2, 150.6. Convicts just exiting the pits. What have we got on the timer? 13 minutes 15 seconds. A little bit of time to try and get these laps in then. Paddy not being quite as brutal as Raul. Yeah, so Dizzy did beat Reg GT when Reg GT did chuck himself into second. He was only half a second back from Dylan's pole time, but then Dizzy came along and upset him. Taking a good couple of tenths off him. Reg GT's come back and had that back off him. So almost 0.4 between Dylan and Diz. Qualifying pretty much over. Can Reg GT retake that second place? He's on an outlap, so he's got his final chance now. As long as he doesn't crash into a donut in Diz. What's he got, Reg? What's he got? Can he do it? damn you people talking in the chat. I was meant to be looking at his timing line and I was looking at the chat. Did it go purple? One little wheel on the grass there. Rooting for you, Reg. You got the best bonnet in the game. Reg. Best bonnet in the game, Reg. Oh, he's picked up a penalty. He's off a second down as well. Oh, Reg. There you go. On the grass. Parks it up. Grabs his sandwiches. A little bit of a pork pie. Scotch egg. Just wait for everyone to finish laps then. Just drivers coming down the start-finish line now. That's it. Everyone across the line. Race time. Nice, big shout out to me, the Panda Boss. You know it. Enjoy the commentary. Cheers, Jay. Big shout out to those who have helped raise awareness for Archie or may have made a donation to his charity. Yeah, at We Are Driven, hashtag We Are Driven. Right, here we go then. 40-minute race for you lot. Autopolis circuit in Japan. Let's see how they get on into turn 1. As you've seen, off camber, blind. Let's get ourselves at the back of the pack so we can catch any chaos that kicks off. Come on. Oh, you're not going to let me change view, damn it, PlayStation. Oh, yes, you are. There we go. So on board with Magenta. It's like she doesn't want to overtake Dodgy, but Dodgy's saying, no, you have it. Let's just see how everyone gets on through here. Oh, there you go. There's me talking nonsense. Everyone getting through there cleanly. Awkward turn 1. Right, let's get ourselves up front, see what's kicking off. Dylan then still leading the way. Reg GT's got himself up into second off the line. Fizzruckus third. Dizzy pushed down to fourth. Aldo in fifth. Pilgrim in sixth. Valium 7th, BP 8th, Manny in 9th, JPH 10th, Convicts 11th, Tatey 12th, got Magenta Fairs in 13th, and Dodgy going very slowly for Dodge. Not sure what's happening with Dodge. His livery looking interesting tonight for Dodgy. What's he got on there? We Are Driven all over it. Very slow. Well, not sure what's happening with Dodgy. Oh, has he only got half throttle? Is his pedal broken or something? Maybe. Okay. We'll find out later what's going on there. So coming through to finish lap 1 then. Dylan still leading. Reg GT second. Dylan already pulled 0.8 of a second over Reg. Also pulled 1.2 over Fizzruckus. Dizzy then coming looking back for that third position. Not happy about losing positions off the start line, that's for sure. Looking for that third position back. Fizz has got the inside line into the turn 1. Oh, a little bit of contact between them. Very lucky to keep it on track. Fizz still holding the advantage. He'll have the line into the next turn. Dizzy holds it next to him, and he now has the advantage into the two left-handers. Gets himself in front. Fizz unable to slot one back down the inside of the hairpin. So has to keep himself in fourth. Got Aldo, Pilgrim and Valium pretty close behind as well. It's the long sweeping left. Just got to be careful not to run it too wide. It's already starting to spread out. Yeah, it looks like Dodgy's put himself in the pits. Aldo looking for a bit of a move up the inside of Fizzruckus there. Didn't quite work out. Fizz just shut the door on him. But the These drivers starting to close up now. So Green P, Manny and JPH bumper to bumper as well around this back half of the circuit. Green P rocking the down for the count livery. Get yourselves over to D4TC or down for the count on YouTube. Give them some thumbs up and some subscriptions and stuff. He's holding his own though against Manny. No way through for him. JPH looking for a way through there as well. Let's see who wins that down this start-finish straight. Nowhere to go for any of them. JPH looking to run around the outside on that very final turn. Side by side with Manny. Slowly starting to drift back into position for the turn one. Hold position then. Green P stays in 8th. Manny in 9th. JPH 10th. Tatey 11th. Convicts in 12th, Magenta in 13th. Dodgy back out on circuit now. Oh, full throttle. Maybe he's pulled in the pits, ragged some wires out and shoved them back in. Who knows? It usually works. So Dylan's still leading. Almost a second he's got over Reg. He's not disappeared too far down the track yet. Dizzy's pulled himself back into this fight for podium positions. Big gaps back to Fizz Ruckus now. He's what, 2.5 seconds back, under pressure from Aldo as well. Oh, tiny bit of contact between Aldo and Pilgrim. We're going to see Pilgrim. Don't chuck one up the inside here, Pilgrim. That's not a good position to be going for a move. Aldo closing back up on Fizz. Again, very awkward, difficult to get through here unless someone leaves the door wide open. Fizz Ruckus is doing absolutely none of that. Keeping those doors well and firmly shut, keeping that draft out. Pilgrim been dropped off these two for the minute. Under a bit of pressure from Valium himself. Fizz Ruckus then slings himself over the track to try and drop the slipstream. It's not working. He's holding the inside line though into turn one. Runs it a little bit deep into turn one. Pilgrims holds 6th position. Valium still holds 7th. Pilgrim's pulled himself back up to Aldo. Valium trying to do the same. He was a little bit far back. Has pulled himself slightly further forward now. So hot on the tail of these two. JPH has managed to slot himself through to the front of this fight. Green P now at the back. Possibly using the slipstream down the start-finish straight to get the position done on Green P. Tatey 11th. He's only 1.4 seconds back from Green P as well. Just got to be careful then, Green P. Don't wreck it. Convicts Popeye 12th, 5.6 seconds back from Tatey. He has got 36 seconds over Magenta in 13th. Magenta still got almost a minute over Dodgy. What's happened? What's happened? Reg GT's got it wrong somewhere. Dylan has now got 2-second lead, 2.3 second lead over Reg GT. Oh. Pushing that Renault tonight, Reg. He'll be under threat from Dizzy now, coming down this long straight. He's chucked himself down the inside as Diz. Can he hold it? Yes. Reg GT saw he was going to take that position. Pointless fighting it. May as well just let him through, get himself back in the slipstream. Let Dizzy now pull him towards race leader Dylan. Now got 2.5 second lead. Aldo into 4th, got himself past Fizz Ruckus. Pilgrim is still in 6th, Valium still 7th. Again, just yo-yoing a second or two between Pilgrim and Valium. It does close the gap back up. The racing softs under some pressure then around that long left-hander. Up towards this hairpin. Over this off-camber brow of the hill. Everybody keeping it on track through there. JPH in the background, just starting to pull a bit of a gap from Manny. So he got 1.5 over 9th position. 9th now 2.4 over Green P. Not sure what's happening with Green P, but an awful lot of tyre wear on the front of that car. Under threat from Tatey. Tyres you on as well, Green P. Oh, you gone for the softs? Yeah, you've put those under some pressure. If you look at Tatey's behind, he's got about half as much wear. Should make short work of Green P. Plenty of fuel on for these drivers. Convicts then still 12th, 7.9 back. Oh, Magenta's got it wrong in the first hairpin. Back on track now though. Dodgy, he's got himself back in the pits unfortunately, so possibly technical issues for P1 Dodge. It's a shame. Alright, we're going to have some glory shots of Dylan for a minute. Still holding over 2.5 seconds from Dizzy. Second and third coming through, trying to close that gap down on him. GT still bolted onto the rear end of Dizzy. Still getting a toe off him as well, just. Are these boys going to thrash their tyres and just pit when they need fuel? What strategies do we think people are going to play out? Baggy, you've probably been in a lobby with one or two of these. You must know what kind of strategies people have been thinking about or playing around with. Give us your insight. We are driven. Hashtag it, people. Hashtag it. Tweet it till the bird in my ear is fed up with it. Alright, that's enough of you three. Podium position runners, we've had enough looking at you lots. Aldo then still holding fourth. He's managed to pull a bit of more of a gap from Fizruckus, gap to 1.7 seconds. He's got 5.6 in front. Oh, we just catch up with Magenta Fez ghosting out. Always tries to stay far too far off the racetrack, Magenta, and ends up spinning around in circles. So yeah, a bit of work for Aldo to do if he's looking for any kind of podium position tonight. 5.7 back from third place. Pulling more time from Fizz though, 2.1 seconds. Pilgrim still 6, 1.2 back. Looks like he's had a bit of pressure from Valium. So these two battling will have slowed him down and just created that gap between himself and Fizz. It is allowing JPH and Manny to close up as well. Green P. Oh, Green P. We just catch Tatey getting the hairpin 2 completely wrong. He spins it round, is now backwards. He's going to be under pressure. No damage on that car, but under pressure from Convicts. Popeye now loses a position down to 12th. Oh, he was all over Green P as well. It was looking good for him to take that position. Is that it? Just floor it, Bags. Floor it! Tatey already coming back at Convicts though. So Magenta 13th. Just saw spinning around at hairpin 1. Yeah, dodgy. Unfortunately, well, he might still be racing. Who knows? Because PlayStation. That's why. Okay, Dylan now holding 5.1 seconds over Reg GT. Dizzy, looks like Dizzy's been in the pits. Yes, he has. Fresh set of softs. Taking on a little bit of fuel, I think, Diz. Is that gonna make these drivers think about their stops now? Are we going to see Dylan and Reg GT, or we might see Reg GT in any way? As fuel tank and tyres looking a little bit worse for wear at the minute. So Dylan then, just the final turn to go. Are we going to see him come in the pits? He's got another lap on board, that's for sure. But he might just think about coming in now. He's staying over to that right hand side. Doesn't look like he's coming in though. Past the pit entrance now. Reg GT does come in. Gotta get this pit entrance right. It's a hard smash into the wall if you don't. So we'll see where Reg GT comes out in relation to Dizzy. Dizzy's already pit. So Dylan stops out. Pilgrim stops out. Valium stops out. JPH stops out. Manny Afik trying to get down the inside of JPH. He does do now. Up into 4th then for Manny. Again, positions will chop and change as drivers come in and out of the pits. Trying that for a while though, Manny. He's been behind JPH for a good few laps. Both these drivers were chasing down Green P. He must have come in for tyres. You must have come in for tyres, Green P. There you go. Fresh set of softs. Half a tank of fuel on board for Green P. Magenta Fez been in. Fresh set of super softs as well. Just taking a little bit of a shortcut. So Dylan, with the extra lap he's put in, now holds 17.7 second lead. He's got enough fuel for another lap as well as Dylan. Bit of wear on those tyres. He won't be losing too much time on those. And the drivers behind will have back markers to get through, drivers who haven't stopped, so they will be a little bit slower through the turns maybe. Whereas Dylan has pretty much, bar Magenta Fez in front, who chucks herself into the gravel trap every time someone comes up behind her, just because she doesn't want to get in anybody's way. He's got a clear track in front of him. So he can still put in some really good laps, Dylan. Should see him at the end of this one though. His tank just flashing red now. So Valium up into 2nd. Again, yet to stop. Manny 3rd, yet to stop. JPH 4th, yet to stop. Dizzy 5th, has stopped. Laps ago, what was it? Lap 7. 2:15.5 on the clock here. So holding 5th, Reg GT in 6th, also stopped. Now 5.6 back. Fizzrucker 7th, also stopped. Racing soft on for Fizz. 8th for Aldo, stopped. Pilgrim stopped. Convicts hasn't stopped. Sitting in 10th, he will stop pretty damn soon. Almost out of fuel, convicts. Let's hope you make it around to the pit lane. So Green P11th has stopped. Fresh set of softs on. Tatey has stopped as well. Fresh set of softs. Magenta Fez, fresh set of supers. And yes, unfortunately we've lost Dodgy. Definite technical issues for Dodge. He's going for another one, Dylan. Dylan, no. Dylan, no. You've forgotten to pit, Dylan. No, Dylan. How much fuel saving are we going to see on this lap? Is he going to make it round? What do we think? Taking bets here, people. Oh, is he about a third of the way at the minute? Dylan, you're going to be cutting it fine. Halfway round now. Don't want to be spinning the rears up, wasting that fuel but not going forward. Dylan, has he fluffed it? Is he going to end up rolling around the last couple of corners? Might just have played this right, Dylan. Final turn to go. Well, there you go. In he comes. Amazing. So we should see Valium, JPH, Fizz, Ruckus and Aldo. I think Aldo's already been in actually. Throws himself in. JPH follows him through. So that releases Dizzy. Into first. Dylan just gets released from the pits now. We've got Reg GT coming through fast in the background. Not carrying enough speed to get the position into turn one for Reg. Now on the hunt for Dylan. Dylan out on the fresh but cold set of, what's he on? Supers. Sorry, a set of softs. He's done 2 extra laps on his first stint. These boys got a little bit of wear on their tyres already. Reg GT's put his under some serious pressure already. He did come in 4.5 laps ago. Yep, there goes Dodgy out the room. Must be having some kind of issue. So 4.9 second lead for Diz. Dylan on the fresher tyre. Under increased pressure from Reg GT though. Only 0.3 of a second between these two. Dylan though just looks like he's able to carry a little bit of extra speed through these turns with those fresher tyres. Gap stretching up to 0.8. Losing a bit of time then, Manny. Reg. Gap up to a second. Really struggling. Dylan just able to pull away through there. So race leader Diz, there's the gap back to Dylan. Reg GT third, Fizz Ruckus fourth. So stopped on lap 7 for Fizz. He's going to have to come in a couple of laps time. Aldo holding 5th. He's got a quarter of a tank on, so semi-worn set of softs. Pilgrim 6th, almost half a tank. Valium's only just stopped then, so it was Valium, JPH and Manny that all came in. Oh, Manny's got it wrong through turn 1. He's dipped a wheel on the grass. That's fired him into the wall. Cleans his tyres off, tries to get himself back up to speed. He's got to close a big old gap up to JPH now. 3.6 seconds the gap. Just slowly extending as well. So Tatey holding 10th. Green P 11th. Again, fair bit of wear on Green P's fronts. Convicts in 12th. Magenta 13th. And Lost Dodgy. So Dylan bringing that gap down. Those fresher tyres starting to work for him. Pulling time over Reg, 2.4 seconds the gap there. He's got 2.9 in front to Dizzy, so he's pulled in 2 seconds on Diz. Oi, oi. How you doing, Lewis? Fastest lap of the race there for Dylan, 1:48.314. Bringing that gap down. Look at the gap he's pulled from Reg. Wheels on the grass there, got to be so careful through that first turn. Still the gap at just under 3 seconds. Diz now realising he's lost 2 seconds. He can't allow Dizzy to close up, Dylan to close up anymore. Got to come in the pits though as Diz. That's going to take him right out of contention. Are we going to see Dylan in the pits before the end of this race? GT is going to be in as well, I think, before the end. Only quarter of a tank on board for him. He's going through his tyres like hotcake as well. Yeah, Reg is definitely going to have to stop. Dizzy's in the same boat as Dylan was, but Dizzy just played it perfectly right as well. You've always played this game too much. So Dizzy AL3 then comes into the pits now. That's going to release Dylan to take race lead. Reg GT stays out. So he's now 5 seconds back from Dylan. He's pulling big chunks out of Reg GT then is Dylan. So Aldo up into 3rd, Dizzy in the pits, Fizz in the pits. Pilgrim stops out, Dizzy released from the pits now comes out in 4th. Set of super softs on board for him. Last 13.5 minutes. Just over a quarter of a tank. Interesting. Is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? I think Dylan's only stopped once. Oh no, he stopped twice. I'll shut up now. No, I don't think anyone managed to. You can't one stop on half a tank. Start with half a tank in this one, Lewis, so no. So Aldo 3rd, he's got 9.1 seconds over Diz, but again he will have to stop. Tyres and fuel very depleted. Dizzy on his outlap. 24 seconds, 25 seconds down from race leader. Pilgrim and Valium side by side. Got JPH trying to squeeze his way through there as well. Kicking off here, this mid-pack. nowhere to go through there unless, like I say, unless somebody runs wide. You can try and squeeze down the inside, but JPH getting a good exit, dips a couple of wheels on the grass there, but keeps the speed up using the toe. Backs off, Pilgrim takes the defensive line. Valium tries to go around the outside. Oh, they've left the door wide open for JPH just to drive straight through, so he's side by side with Valium. Takes that 5th position, thank you very much. Tries to chuck it around the outside, he does. He's now got the advantage into the next couple of turns. Good bit of driving there from JPH. Is he going to hold it into the hairpin? Yes, he is. So yeah, put his car in the right place, got himself past Valium. The little mistake from these two. Just left the door wide enough open for JPH to make his move. Yes, Pilgrim did go defensive into turn 2, but yeah, if you can run side by side through there, it does give you the advantage into the next couple of turns. As we saw, allowing JPH through, so up to 4th. 10.5 minutes remaining, plenty of fuel on board for JPH, I think. Got a quarter of a tank. Who's he coming up on? Who's ghosting? Oh, it's Magenta. Reg GT back in the pits then. Yeah, his fuel gauge flashing at him. Dylan then holding 1/3 of a tank. Pretty worn set of softs. 10 minutes remaining. Is he going to have to stop again? So, Dizzy. Quarter of a tank on the super softs. JPH comes through. Reg GT slots himself into 4th, right in between JPH and Valium. Valium and Pilgrim having a bit of a punch up now. It's allowed JPH to escape. So he would have had about 2 seconds between himself and Valium. Now Reg GT's squeezed himself in the mix, 1.3 seconds. Brand new fresh set of softs on board for Reg. Should have enough fuel to go to the end. So Valium 5th, Pilgrim 6th. Fitzruckus 7th, Aldo 8th after his stop. Got Manny in 9th. Plenty of fuel on board, but his tyres looking a little bit beaten up. Green P 10th, reasonably fresh set of softs on board for Green P. Tatey back out the pits now as well, fresh set of softs on board, running to the end. Convicts Popeye, quarter of a tank, may have to stick a little squidge of fuel in there. Tyres looking a little bit worse for wear as well. Magenta, fresh set of supers and enough fuel to go to the end for Magenta. Dylan, yeah, I think Dylan's going to do all right if those tyres hold out for him. He's got 23.8 seconds over Diz. Has Diz underfueled his car? Oh, Convicts Popeye's left the room now as well. That's a shame. It was, wasn't it, Lewis? Good couple of moves by JPH there. Just put his car right in the right position. Here he is under pressure from Reg GT, trying to get that 3rd position back, side by side with him. Reg GT on the much fresher set of tyres. Again, this is that same turn. Reg GT trying to hold it side by side into the 2 lefts, and there we go. Exactly the move that JPH just pulled on Valium. GT gets himself back up into podium positions then. JPH hanging onto the rear end of him. Whether he can do that for the rest of the race on those tyres, very doubtful. We'll see. 7 minutes remaining. Valium 5th, Pilgrim, Fitzruckus 6th, Aldo 7th, Manny 8th, Pilgrim in 9th. Green P 10th. Tatey 11th. Magenta 12th. Yeah, losing 2 drivers, but all helps Magenta. She moves up a couple of positions. Extra points on the board. Matt Smart, evening, brother. So I don't know whether Dizzy's got enough fuel on. Dylan's holding quarter of a tank. Dizzy's under quarter of a tank. Reg GT's got over quarter of a tank just. Same for JPH. Same for Valium. Same for Fizz. Same for Aldo. Dizzy's the only one who seems to have a low tank. Are we going to see Aldo just go for a move here? Fizz has gone defensive. Aldo running around the outside. Side by side into turn 1. It's an awkward turn. Fizz holds the position. Aldo has to stay in 7th then. So yeah, what do we think, people? Is he going to have enough fuel on? I don't think he is. Five minutes remaining. 1/8 of a tank on board for Dizzy. Oh, he's bored. You've got to be a little bit careful. Reg GT only, well, it's only 3 seconds back now. Oh, might be a little bit further back after that squiggle. Pulled more time over JPH, then unable to hold on to the rear end of Reg GT. Was going to be doubtful with the difference in tyre. VLX Sparks, how you doing? Fuel is an issue. Fuel is an issue. Oh, I thought he was coming in the pits that lap. He's decided against it. Tight, 4 minutes remaining. Everybody's starting to run low on fuel. Reg GT, it looks like he's doing the best of the best so far. Only 1.5 seconds back from Dizzy as well. Nobody's catching Dylan, not unless he throws himself into a gravel trap or runs out of fuel. Sorry, Dylan. He's going to have enough fuel on it. It's 2 laps. He's got 2 laps of fuel on that car. And looks like Dizzy might just have squeezed enough as well. Has put himself under a bit of pressure from from Reg GT though. Only 1.3 seconds back is Reg. Fresher set of tyres as well. Super softs versus softs. Giving it everything at the minute. Reg GT looking for that second step on the podium. Oh, it's going to be tight. Fuel gauges flashing at these drivers then. I know they have done a couple of laps when it has flashed red. Gap between Reg GT and Dizzy though, less than a second. It's on for these last 2 podium positions then at the end of this race. Let's get ourselves on board with Reg GT. 0.7 of a second, well within slipstream range now, down towards this turn 3, 90-degree right. Into the 2 left-handers. Again, closing up 0.5 of a second. into the hairpin. Warn's super soft, still not doing too bad a job for Dizzy in front. Still holding 0.5. Can he get it done? Can Reg GT do it? They're going to have another lap after this one. May see Dizzy start to do a bit of fuel saving, possibly even Dylan. Reg GT in a great place for this second position at the minute. He's just got to stick on the rear end of Diz, get the position down the start finish straight. Different lines, so Dizzy going very defensive through there. I don't think Reg was going to go for a move there, but he is here. Oh, why did I jump to the wrong driver? Past he goes. Is he going to hold it into turn one? Diz follows him through. Can he make the lunge back into the 90-degree right-hander coming up? Trying to stick in the slipstream, Diz. Maybe just lifting and coasting a little bit. Let's get ourselves up front with race leader Dylan. Let's see how he's getting on. Almost out of fuel as well. So this will become final lap then. Timer ticks over now. Don't run out of fuel, Dylan. Reg GT got plenty on. Diz looks like he's just going to make it. Put in all sorts of pressure on Reg though for that second position. Wants it back before the end of this race. Reg GT going defensive into the second hairpin. Yeah, oh, he's run himself a little bit wide. He's gone defensive down the hill though. Side by side again, these two. Reg GT just got the advantage. Carries a little bit more speed. Get ourselves on board with race leader. Just comes around the final turn. Comfortable win then for Dylan. Reg GT coming through. Is he going to hold on to second? Dizzy putting the pressure right on him at the end of this race. I don't think he's going to be able to. No, not close enough. He's backwards and sideways across the line though. So Reg takes second, Dizzy third. Wait for JPH to come through to take fourth. He does. Valium closing up on him at the end of that race as well. Takes fifth then for Valium. Sixth place Fizz Ruckus. Seventh place for Aldo. I've already seen Pilgrim cross the line. Tatey, Green Pea and Magenta as well. We've just missed Manny across the line, sideways, backwards and into the wall. So that was round 7. Trophy Thursday, P1RCs Renault Megane League. One more round to go. Let me just bring that up, actually. Where are we next week? Suzuka Circuit, that's where we are next week. Suzuka. Always a good circuit. Should need some good fun in these little Renaults, that's for sure. Bags, easy win for Dylan. Yeah, easy win for Dylan, yeah. Did he do a one-stopper? I don't think he did do a one-stopper. I'm sure I saw 2 P's up against his name. Sure he stopped twice. Anyway, that's it. Round 7. Done, dusted. One more round next week. Round 8 from Suzuka. I myself, when am I back? I'm back Sunday nights at 9 o'clock with the multi-class league with the P1 boys again. So they're back with the, what is it, the Fittipaldi, the fake Ferrari looking thing. It might be decent to drive, I don't know. I've no idea. So that's Sunday night. Still no minis on the lineup yet. Nothing Tuesday. Back Wednesday for the following round of MRC's Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. And then back next Thursday for the final round of this. Come and check it out. Right, let's get ourselves into, not that one. Oh, not that one either, come on. So make sure you get yourselves over to www.justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey. Donate if you can. That's what the We Are Driven team are pushing at the minute. That's our, what are we, a group, a team, or what, foundation, a conglomerate? What are we? I need to decide on that. So yes, but we're pushing Archie's Journey for the time being. So get yourselves over to Facebook, check out the Archie's Journey links. They will be in description, as will the Just Giving page. So get yourselves over, go check it out, donate if you can. Thank you very much. Quick reminder, got my merch coming up, t-shirts soon, and stickers coming out ASAP. Like I say, as soon as they drop, you lot will be the first to know, either on here or Facebook. So yes, appreciate you watching. If you fancy helping my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker. Drop me a little donation if you can as well. Appreciated. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. Give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.